Hello, welcome to all. Today we are discussing about resistance temperature detector or RTD. If you are not subscribing my channel, please subscribe it so that you can get my videos regularly. So what is an RTD, or we called resistance temperature detector? These type of devices are used to sense the temperature. So we can define RTD. It is used to measure the temperature using the resistance of an electrical wire. So, or a resistance temperature detector is an electronic device used to determine temperature by measuring the resistance of an electrical wire. So that we can measure the temperature by using the resistance of the wire or by measuring the resistance of the wire. So this wire is referred as temperature sensor, and this metal wire is referred as temperature sensor. Here we use the pure type of metal wires. So if you want to measure the temperature with a high accuracy, an RTD is an ideal solution for the measuring of high accuracy, as it has a good linear characteristics over the wide range of temperature. So for detecting or sensing a wide range of temperatures, these RTDs are very good, or it is more accurate than other type of sensors. Even thermistor is somewhat more sensible compared to thermistor and RTD. Thermistor is cheaper, and so we are using thermistor. Anyway, this wide range of temperature sensing RTDs are again good. So other common electronic device that used to measure the temperature, that is include thermocouple and thermistor. I already said that the thermistor is cheaper compared to all these type of temperature sensors. So here we are going to discuss about RTDs, that is resistance temperature detector. The next videos we are going to discuss about thermistors and thermocouples. So the variation of the resistance of the metal with the variation of the temperature. As I said earlier, RTDs are used to use the metal resistance to calculate the temperature. So here the variation of resistance of the metal with the variation of temperature is given by this formula. That is, RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus T minus T naught plus beta into T minus T naught the whole square plus etc. Where RT and R naught are the resistance value at T degree centigrade and T naught degree centigrade temperatures, and the beta is the constant, depends upon the characteristics of the metal, and it is also termed as temperature coefficient of the resistance, temperature coefficients of resistance. And beta value will be changed depending upon the metal. So corresponding to the metal, the beta value is vary. So here I written the beta. Sometimes it may be represented by the alpha also. So whatever be alpha or beta, both are same. It is a constant value, that is temperature coefficient of resistance is represented by this letter. And the expression for the huge range of temperature, for small range of temperature expression is RT is equal to R naught into 1 plus T minus T naught. So this is the basic equation to measure the temperature of the material, to measure the resistance of the material or metals. So in RTD devices, copper, nickel, platinum are widely used metal, and these three metals are having different resistance variations with respect to the temperature variation. That is called resistance temperature characteristics. So these three metals, that is copper, nickel, and platinum, are used in a pure form for measuring the temperature. So these metals have different, each of these metals have different temperature variation characteristics, and according to that we can use these metals in different applications. And among these three metals, platinum has a temperature range of 650 degrees centigrade, then copper and nickel has only 120 degrees centigrade to 300 degrees centigrade respectively. So the most of this case, platinum material is used for this type of transducers. And the graph shown here will be represent the temperature resistance temperature characteristics curve of three different metals, that is platinum, copper and nickel. So by seeing this graph, we can be say that the platinum has a uniform variation corresponding to nickel and copper. So corresponding to nickel and copper, the platinum has a uniform variation. So the resistance change here for platinum resistance change by approximately 0.4 ohms per degree Celsius. 0.4 ohm per degree Celsius, that is a uniform variation here, and the sensor is usually made of made to have a resistance of 100 ohm at 0 degree centigrade. So all these three categories of metal, the resistance will be 100 ohm at 0 degree centigrade, that is represented here. That at 0 degree centigrade, the resistance is equal to 100 ohm. So the construction of resistance temperature detector is shown in the figure. So it is typically a wire wound on a foam or a coil. So wire is wound on a foam or coil on notched mica cross frame to achieve small size. So improving to achieve small size, like improving thermal conductivity, also to decrease the response time, and also high rate of heat transfer is obtained. So for these reasons, the wire is properly notched in a mica cross frame. In the industrial RTDs, the coil is protected by a stainless steel or a sheath or a protective tube like this. Here, this is a resistive material. This is called the platinum wire or a resistive material, and this is wound on a coil form, and this will be placed in a sheath or a protective tube. So sheath, it is called a protective tube, and this is placed in the aluminum powder, and so that by using this protective tube or a stainless steel material, we can protect the external pressure to this resistive wire, so that we can be neglect the chance to change the resistance of this resistive material due to the external source. And this is the construction detailed construction of the RTDs. Here the sensing element. This sensing element is represented in this figure. And these are two leads that will be connecting leads are there, and this a mounting thread is there, and the lead supporters are there, sensing element, and the sheath is there. Sheath is nothing but protective tube. So this material is either platinum, it may be copper, or it may be nickel. Usually we use platinum wires for the construction of RTDs because its temperature resistance characteristics is a linear, as I say later. Earlier like this, the platinum temperature resistance characteristics curve is almost linear. or it will be varied 0.4 ohm per degree Celsius temperature. So most commonly we use platinum wires. So the physical, as I said earlier, this platinum wire is sheathed or protected by using a steel case, so that the physical strain is negligible as wire is expanded and increase the length of the wire to the temperature changes. So here we use RTDs are used for measuring the temperature change only. It is not the physical expansion or a physical strain. So by using this shield, we can protect it from the physical strains. If the strain is on the wire increasing, then the tension is increasing, and due to this, resistance of the wire will be changed in an undesirable manner. So we don't want to change the resistance of the wire by any other unwanted change except temperature change. So here we want to only the resistance of this wire is changed only due to temperature. So by using this type of shield, we can protect this material from any other type of resistance change due to the stress or strain, external stress or strain given to the material. So mica is placed in between steel sheath and resistance wire for better electrical insulation. Due to less strain in resistance wire, it should be carefully wound over the mica sheet. So this is the constructional detail. So how do RTDs work? RTDs work basic and correlation between the metal and temperature. So as we know that the temperature of the metal is increased, metal resistance is also, the resistance to the flow of electricity is also increasing. As we know, if temperature is increasing, if temperature of the metal is increased, then the resistance to the flow of electricity is also increases. Similarly, if temperature of RTD resistance element increase, electrical resistance measured in ohm is also increasing. So this is the working principle. By varying the temperature, the resistance of the metal is increasing, and we measure this increasing resistance value, we can calculate the temperature change. Also similarly, the vice versa is also happening there. By decreasing the temperature, there also resistance is also decreasing. So by measuring this resistance variation, we can convert these resistance variations into temperature variation. So RTD elements are commonly specified according their resistance in ohms at degree Celsius. So each degree Celsius, how much ohm is increasing or decreasing? The most common RTD specification is 100 ohm, which is measured at 0 degrees centigrade. And RTD element should demonstrate 100 ohm resistance. So this is the most specification, that is RTD resistive material have 100 ohm at 0 degrees centigrade. And each increase in the degree centigrade, the resistance is also increased by some fractions, as see in the early graph. So platinum is most, as I said earlier, platinum is the most commonly used RTD material because it is chemical inertness. We know inertness means it is not react with any other chemicals. So this is a chemically inertness. And second one, nearly linear temperature. As I said, as we see in the graph, temperature resistance variation graph, we will be see the graph will be linear. Temperature versus resistance relationship. And the third one is temperature coefficient of resistance, that is large enough to give readily measurable temperature coefficient of resistance that is large enough to give readily measurable resistance change with the temperature. And the fourth one is stability. For these four reasons, these RTDs we are used mainly platinum metals. Other metals that are less frequently used in the resistor elements are including nickel, copper or Badco. So anyway, commonly we used on almost all RTDs we use this platinum metal. So in RTD, change in resistance value is very small with respect to temperature. So RTD value is measured by using bridge circuit. So by using bridge circuit, we can measure the resistance value. You already see the bridge circuits in earlier transducers and sensors. Wheaton's bridge will be most usually Wheaton's bridge to measure the resistance of this to measure the resistance variation of RTD. By supplying the constant electric current to the bridge circuit, the measuring the resulting voltage drop across the resistor. The RTD resistance can be calculated. Thereby, temperature can also be determined. The temperature is determined by converting RTD resistance value using calibration expressions. So here, by using Wheaton's bridge, we can calculate the resistance variation of this RTD, and corresponding resistance variation is converted to temperature variation by using calibration expressions. So the working principle is, by applying temperature, the resistance of the material in the RTD is increased or it is directly proportional to the temperature variation. By increasing the temperature, resistance is also increased. And this resistance variations will be cause some change in the resistance variations will be cause some change in the bridge circuit, and this variation is measured by using proper meters and it is converted to temperature variation. So this is a basic principle behind the RTD. So the different modules of RTDs are shown in the figure below. There are different types of these bridge circuits are there. 2-wire RTD bridge is shown here. So these are the resistance wire, that is R1, R2, R3 and R4. Here R4 resistance is replaced by RTD and the output will be taken this. So this is called 2-wire bridge circuit to measuring the resistance variation. In 2-wire RTD bridge, the dummy wire is absent. So output is taken from the remaining 2 ends. From here, output will be taken from these 2 ends. But the extension wire resistance are very important to be considered because the impedance of the extension wire may be affect the temperature reading. So impedance means the resistance. So here we use some extension wire to measure the variation of the resistance. That is, here we use a DVM. DVM is digital voltmeter. So the output is connected to the digital voltmeter using some wires. So the resistance or impedance of these wires is also affect the output voltage. So it is very important. So here for that we will be use the next type, that is 3-wire bridge circuit. Here we use an additional wire, that is C, to compensate the variations of the connection lines or to compensate the resistance variation of the connection lines. So this effect is minimized the 3-wire RTD bridge circuit by connecting a dummy wire C. C is called dummy wire. If the wire A and B are matched properly in terms of length and cross-sectional area, then their impedance or resistance effect will cancel because each wire is in the opposite direction. so that the dummy wire C act as a sense lead to measure the voltage drop across the RTD resistance. It carries no current. In this circuit, the output voltage is directly proportional to the temperature, so we need one calibration equation to find the temperature. So here the impedance of these two wires A and B is cancelled, mutually opposite, so it is cancelled each other, and we use the dummy wire to measure the output. So we can calculate the variation of RTD using DVM. And in third case, there is a 4-wire resistance configuration is shown here. So it increases the accuracy of measurement of resistance further. So for terminal sensing element voltage drop in the measuring leads as a contribution to error. So there are three types are there. That is a 2-wire RTD bridge is there, 3-wire and 4-wire RTD bridge is there. Our purpose is to measure the voltage developed across this RTD, and this voltage is measured by using voltage divider rule, as we say earlier. Voltage division rule. Voltage division rule, as I said in earlier videos. I already mentioned how to calculate the voltage across the bridge resistor using voltage divider rule. So here also we use this DVM to measure the voltage across the this RTD. That is this is a 3-wired RTD bridge, and here I saw the 4-wire RTD bridge is there, so that more accurate value can be accuracy can be obtained, the resistance value. Then applications of RTD. RTD sensor is used in automobile to measure engine temperature and oil level sensor, intake air temperature sensor, etc. So in most modern vehicles will be come with this type of facilities are there. We can measure we can see the engine temperature. If the engine temperature is over, that means there is not proper cooling of the engine is done. So we can take precautions according to that. Or oil level sensor is there. If oil is not there, or intake air temperature sensor, all these type of sensors will be using RTDs. In communication and instrumentation, for sensing the over temperature of amplifier, transistor gain, stabilizers, etc. Here for communication and instrumentation purpose, it is used for sensing the amplifier temperature or transistor temperature gain of stabilizer, etc. In power electronics, it is used for computer. In power, we can also use in power electronics, in computer, consumer electronics, food handling, processing, and the industrial electronics, medical electronics, military, aerospace, etc. So there are so many applications in for the RTDs. Can be used in almost all fields where accurate temperature measurement can be done. So here the working principle of RTD is directly depending upon the resistance of the metal corresponding to the temperature. So we know that the resistance of the metal is varying corresponding to temperature, and this principle is used for the construction of RTD. And the applications will be there, the different fields are there. It can be used in automobiles, it can be used in electronic circuits and electronic amplifiers, it can be used in computer, consumer electronics, food handling process, industrial electronics, medical electronics, military, aerospace, etc. So examples of RTD, some of the examples of RTD sensors are coolant sensor, transmission oil temperature sensor, intake air temperature sensor, fire detector, etc. Due to their accuracy and stability, RTD sensors are rapidly replacing thermocouples in industrial applications. There are three types of temperature sensors we will be studying here. One is RTD, then thermocouple and thermistors. RTD and thermocouples are somewhat complicated compared to thermistors. Thermistors are very simple and easy to use compared to RTD and thermocouple. So anyway, RTDs can, compared to thermocouple, RTDs can high accuracy values. Also compared to thermistors and thermocouple, RTDs are more accurate in some temperature regions. So RTD can be stable for many years compared to the thermocouple, which stays stable only for few hours of use. This thermocouple principle we use in iron box, and also in some power switches also we use this thermocouple principle. There are RTD present in our today applications like coffee machine, cell phone, etc. Here also we are using to measure the temperature. So thank you to listen me. I think you got some idea about the RTD. What is RTD? What is the working principle of RTD? How it is constructed, and what are the applications of RTD? So thank you for listening me.